Okay, the first is linear pair. So a linear pair is another word for supplementary, because you're going to hear me say it tomorrow quite frequently. Okay, linear pair, another word is supplementary, and I don't know how to spell it because I suck. Okay, so supplementary, and that essentially looks like when you take two angles and they're going to make a straight line. They're going to make 180 degrees, which is a straight line, and they're going to be split somewhere. So they could be split here, and it says like A and then B. Okay, between the A plus the B is going to make some sort of straight line. So you could just as equivalently do it like this, up and down, and have A and then B. Okay, they're going to make a straight line 180 degrees. Okay, a vertical pair. Okay, vertical angles are always equal, and they're going to just be opposite corners. So this is going to be like A and B. Okay. If you were to put right here a C, AC, look at it, AC makes a supplementary, or CB makes a supplementary. See how they're both connected on this like line? Okay, but A and B are vertical. Okay, so take a second and think about what I'm saying. AB in this picture are vertical, AC are supplementary. Okay, they're connected to each other and they're going to make a straight line between the two. Okay. So vertical are always opposite angles. Okay, and then lastly, adjacent are the easiest and the hardest to tell all at once. Okay, so adjacent is two angles that are right next to each other, meaning like A and B, they're across from each other, they're not touching by a line. Whereas supplementary is also adjacent. See how they're next to each other? Okay, so adjacent means right next to each other. Okay, so if we're looking, I don't know how else to draw. Like this could be an example of an adjacent, AB. Okay, it does not make a straight line like the supplementary does. Okay, but they are still next to each other. Okay. So, and you can kind of just start to ask yourself. So look at number one. Are the two angles right next to each other? No. So we know that it is not adjacent and it cannot be the supplementary. So therefore it has to be what?
Vertical.
It has to be the vertical. Okay?
So would number two be adjacent?
Well, Vinny, how about you just be patient? Okay, if you would like to write just a V for vertical, you are more than welcome to, okay? If you don't want to write it all the way out. Okay, so look at number three. Are the two angles right next to each other? No. So your only option at that point is vertical. Okay? That's the only option that it can be, is vertical. Okay, five. Are they right next to each other? No. So it has to be what? Vertical. Okay, look at seven. Are they right next to each other?
Yes.
Okay, so we know that it's not vertical. Okay, turn that down. Okay, so we know that it's not vertical. So we have two things we're going to check. Adjacent means they're right next to each other. So are they adjacent? They are. They are adjacent because they're going to be next to each other. So the A and B are pretty dang near close. Okay, as well as, does A plus the B make a straight line? So then they are also supplementary. Okay, so there are linear pairs. See, and I use the words. Okay, so they're going to be a linear pair, and they're also adjacent. Now, for this sheet and for like a quiz or something, linear trumps adjacent. Okay, so it would just be linear at that point. However, you can put linear and adjacent. Okay, look at 9. Are the angles right next to each other? Yes. So they are not vertical, for sure. Does A and B connected together make a straight line?
No.
No. So then their only option is what?
Linear?
So a linear is going to be when A and B are connected, like to make this straight line. So this is just going to be adjacent. Okay, look at 11. Are A and B right next to each other? No, so then what does it have to be? It's got to be vertical. 13, are A and B right next to each other? No, so then what does it have to be? Vertical. Okay, 15, are A and B right next to each other?
Yeah.
Yes, so then we know for sure if they are next to each other that it's adjacent. Our next question is, are they a linear pair? Does the A and the B connect together to make a straight line?
Yes.
So then it is also a linear pair or supplementary, okay? Which it means the same word. It's the same word, but it just means different things. Or it means the same thing. Okay, look at 17. Are A and B right next to each other?
Yeah.
Yes, so it's not what? It's not vertical. So it is adjacent because they're right next to each other. So we know it's adjacent. Are they a linear pair? Does A plus B make a straight line? Yes, it does. And we can see right here, if we took this one plus this one, see how the two lines are connected right here? Okay, then that means it's also a linear pair. 19, are A and B right next to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it is for sure adjacent. Is it a linear pair? Does A plus B make a straight line?
No.
No, it does not. Okay, so here is A. Here is B. This is not straight, it's like crooked. Okay, so it's not going to be a linear pair, it's just adjacent. Okay, and normally I don't, but we're gonna just for today, look at number 2. Are A and B right next to each other?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. So we know it's a guaranteed what?
Adjacent.
It's a guaranteed adjacent. Okay, does A and B equal a straight line?
No.
Yes. Okay, so right here's A, and right here's B. Okay, so between the two where they connect is going to make a straight line, so it's going to be a linear pair. Okay, 4, are A and B right next to each other?
No.
No, so what does it have to be then?
Vertical.
It's got to be vertical. Okay, 6, are A and B right next to each other?
Yes.
Yes, so it's got to be what?
Adjacent.
It's got to be adjacent. And now it's a question of, is it a linear pair or not? Does A and B make a straight line?
Yes.
Yes, so it is also going to be a linear pair. And again, here's my B, and here's my A. Okay, you take the two, like, I don't know, outside parts, okay, and it's going to make this, which does connect to a straight line. Okay, 8, are A and B right next to each other?
No.
No, so what does it have to be?
Vertical.
It's got to be vertical. Okay, 10, are A and B right next to each other?
Yes.
Yes, so it has to be what?
Adjacent.
It has to be adjacent. Does A plus B make a straight line?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Okay, right here's the B, and then right here's the A. Okay, so between the two, it does make this straight line up and down. So it's going to be a linear pair also.
Let's go look real quick.
What, Ben?
Let's go look real quick.
Yeah. To
Number 2.
number 2? Yeah. Don't play with me.
What?
You know what? That's why
I
you
just have to
smiling
send
at
you a
me.
text real quick.
Nah, bro, don't play with me. The disrespect I'm feeling today. I cannot believe you came in on a Wednesday and was like, I don't love you no more. I'm saying, like, come on, bro.
Like that.
Okay, the last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the back, you guys are gonna do on your own. Please go through, get your side done. And then you're done for today.